A Louisville family is honoring the memory of their son by hosting an inaugural golf outing and fundraiser in Prospect in August. The goal is to raise awareness and mental health resources for young adults and teens. I'm joined by the president, Neil Stratford, to tell us more about it. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Neil, and talking about a difficult topic. I think one that we need to talk more about because it's probably going on in a family right now. You lost your son to suicide a year ago on Father's Day. And from that grief, you decided to put together this organization in honor of him. Why?
Well, you know, I made a commitment during the eulogy that I was going to try to make a difference. There's no way to bring Ben back. He's 21-year-old at UK going into his senior year. And you know, in that grief, I just felt like if I could help another family or 2 or 5 or 10 or 100 over time, then it was worth doing, and his memory would be, and his legacy would have more value.
Right.
So, 18th and 19th at Hunting Creek Country Club in Prospect. We're having the silent auction on the 18th, and then the 19th is the golf outing.
When you look back, do you see warning signs now or tips and ideas that you would give other families of when we can't solve anything? Like you said, we cannot go back in time. But from that experience, what would you tell other parents that think they may be going through the same thing with a loved one?
So in Ben's defense, we knew he was struggling, and we got him as much help as we could. And one of the reasons we formed the foundation was the cost of quality mental health is astronomically high. We were financially in a position where we were able to get him up to the Lindner Center of Hope in Ohio, and you know, he left there after 6 weeks happier than he'd ever been because he knew who he was. From that, I learned that the communication channels are the most important, and sometimes tough love comes in strange forms. And I think if you see challenges with one of the kids or a young adult or a teen or anyone in that sort of our sweet spot age group of sort of 16 to 24, you have to sit them down and you have to ask the hard questions. You have to talk about social media. You have to talk about where they're at, why they're feeling like this, and then unquestionably getting some professional help is the next step.
And that's hard to do, like finding good resources, or the answer is, we'll get you in 3 months. And it's like, no, wait a minute. No, he may not be here in 3 months.
That is exactly and that's the challenge. And I think, you know, and that's why financial resources become important. And rather give the money to the family, we'll give it to the organization, allowing them to invite the kid or kids up. And then you've got to watch out for the siblings, right? The siblings are part of it too. And Ben had a younger sister and a younger brother. And that ethos of trying to keep the family united during those challenges is one of the harder things you'll have to deal with.
Well, what are the different ways that people can get involved and help with this golf tournament and silent auction?
So bensbrighthorizons.org is our website. We're a 501c3. Everything that you would need is on there. There's the ability to buy a ticket to the silent auction on the Sunday night, and then on the Monday, we have a couple of foursomes left for the golf outing.
So many ways. And if you can't make it there, what can you do?
You can absolutely donate online when the silent auction goes live on the 4th of August, and buy away.
There you go. Help out in any way you can.
Yes,
thank you.
Please.
Thank you for
stopping
by.
Much.
I know it's a difficult topic, but parenting is hard these days. It is like really hard. And we are thrown so many different things. Like you mentioned social media, and I think sometimes we underestimate the images and the thought patterns and everything that can overwhelm kids. And then we want to soft shoe around parenting. It's just hard. It is absolutely difficult these days.
You know too much. You know when you're not invited out. Whereas before social media, you had no idea if you were not included in a group. So psychological bullying is probably more dangerous than physical.
Absolutely. Well, we got to start talking about it, and you're doing that here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You can register online. Space is limited, though. They still have some room, though. Get involved with that silent auction or just donate. It is on August the 18th at Hunting Creek from 6 to 10 p.m. To learn more, go to bensbrighthorizons.org.